So now we will finish up this chapter. The final section. Oh, we have a question? Go ahead. Yes.
He showed all the planets were inside.
Yes.
Right? So, could we say that everything that exists now, that is material world or whatever, is still within Krishna?
That's correct. That's exactly the correct understanding. That's what it says here. Everything is situated in Him. Yes. That's the last line. Everything. This is a good example. Perfect understanding. Yes. Good. You're getting some nice realizations from solid chanting. Remember that. That's one of the things in the first Shikshastakam prayers. Shreya Kairva Chandrika Vidyavadhu Jivanam. From nice chanting, vidya, comes transcendental knowledge. In other words, I'll explain it further. You can read, but sometimes we don't understand what we're reading. It's just words. But if you nicely chant Hare Krishna, then you get vidya, the understanding that when you read, oh, you understand? You get real understanding of what you're reading. So, this example that you just gave, Krishna is pleased with you, and he's inspired you to say this nice thing. You understand? And that tells me you are chanting nicely. So keep up the good work. Don't go back. Go forward. Go forward. Everybody chant the Maha Mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Let's finish up chapter 8. Verses 23 through 28, the two ways of passing away from this world. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, who is this? Krishna. O best of the Bharatas, who's that? Arjuna. I shall now explain to you the different times at which, passing away from this world, the yogi does or does not come back. Those who know the Supreme Brahman. So the Supreme Brahman, is that me? Is that the Jiva? Is the Jiva the Supreme Brahman? No. Who is the Supreme Brahman? Krishna or Vishnu. Very good. Very good. Those who know the Supreme Brahman attain the Supreme by passing away from the world during the influence of the fiery God in the light, at an auspicious moment of the day, during the fortnight of the waxing moon. That's now. We're in the waxing phase, which will end when? Gaura Purnima, March 1st, or as some people call Holi, but we like to say Gaura Purnima. So the moon every night getting full more and more. And during the 6 months, when the sun travels in the north, that's now. We have reached that, I think it's Makara Sankranti, when the sun changes its course. Okay. The mystic who passes away from the world during the smoke, the night, the fortnight of the waning moon, or the 6 months when the sun passes to the south, reaches the moon planet, but again comes back. According to Vedic opinion, there are two ways of passing from this world, one in light and one in darkness. When one passes in light, one does not come back. But when one passes in darkness, one never returns. Now here comes what's relevant for us, okay? Krishna's going to set aside all your worries. Although the devotees know these two paths, so he's been talking about yogis, but now he's talking about devotees. Devotee is different from yogi. You're devotee. Although the devotees know these two paths, O Arjuna, they are never bewildered. Therefore, be always fixed in devotion, because that's what it means to be a devotee. Always be fixed in devotion by hearing, chanting, remembering, praying, worshiping, serving, right? The 9 different items. Just always make sure you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, but at least one. Which one does Lord Chaitanya recommend? Yes. But if you like to hear, but not Sean Hannity. You have to hear Krishna. Okay? That makes sure, not that, oh, I like to listen to rap music. That means I'm going back to God. No. You have to hear about God, not mundane sound vibration. You have to hear about God, right? When Maharaj Parikshit was on the bank of the Ganges, fasting 7 days and 7 nights, he was only interested in hearing about God, nothing else. That's all he wanted to hear. He even stipulated that at the beginning. Even before Shukadev arrived, there were all these sadhus and rishis and yogis. They had all come. So Parikshit said, I'm surrendering now, but I need you, all of you, to keep me fixed on hearing about God, because I only have 7 days left. I want to be fixed up. Then Shukadev came and did. Therefore, be always fixed in devotion. So we don't have to worry about, in other words, Prabhupada mentions in the purport, don't worry about the light, like the two paths. That doesn't apply to us if you are always fixed in devotion. You understand? That's the point I'm making. If you're always fixed in devotion, this other thing that Krishna mentioned, passing in the light and passing in the darkness, it doesn't apply. You get special dispensation because you're fixed in devotion.
About the non-devotees, about other people who are not devotees,
Prabhupada mentions that if by chance they pass in the light, they get delivered. Yes. But Krishna told us, no. Be fixed in devotion. Don't miss Krishna's most important point here. The devotees who know these two paths are never bewildered. Therefore, be always fixed in devotion. We learned at the end of chapter 6, by the way, Krishna said that the yogi is better than the karmi, the yogi is better than the speculator, and then Krishna said, always be a yogi. And then, of all yogis, who's the best one? Devotee. Yes, the devotee, or the bhakti yogi. Now he's saying the same thing. Don't worry about anything. Be fixed in devotion. Just like Hanuman. You are a big devotee of Hanuman, yes? Right? Is Hanuman worried about anything other than being fixed on Ram? That's Hanuman is Ram, nothing else. There's a nice story. I just read the story. During the time of Lord Chaitanya, there was one of his followers, Murari Gupta. So because he was associating with Lord Chaitanya was inducing him to love and worship Krishna. But this Murari Gupta, he had firm attachment to Lord Ram. And Lord Chaitanya kept speaking about Krishna, And all the other associates, they were fixed in Krishna. And Murari Gupta, he went home one night crying. He said, Lord Chaitanya is talking Krishna, 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 but I can't give up Raghunath. So he went back to Lord Chaitanya the next day and said, I want to give up my life. Lord Chaitanya said, why? Because you keep preaching Krishna, 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 and I like what you're saying, but for me to give up Raghunath, I can't do that. Let me die. And Lord Chaitanya said, he embraced him. He said, no, you don't have to give up Raghunath. You are the incarnation of Hanuman. Your determination is fixed on Lord Ram. Don't be dissuaded. You are perfect. Stay fixed at the lotus feet of Lord Ram. In this way, Murari Gupta was saved from committing suicide. Lord Chaitanya was very pleased. He said, yes, this is the test. That even the Lord makes a situation that's impossible for the devotee, but the devotee says, no, I cannot give up. Just like it happened to me many years ago. One lady started to come to our programs here. So she was telling me, oh, you shouldn't read anything. You should just read Bhagavad Gita and don't follow Prabhupada. And I said, no. I cannot give up my Prabhupada. In this life, I made the decision. I'm sticking with Prabhupada and Krishna. So I said, you can do whatever you want, but I'm not giving up my Prabhupada. And she said other things, very, very bad things about Bhagavatam and this and that. I said, no, I cannot give up my Prabhupada. Because without Prabhupada, where would I be? I'd be dead. I owe Prabhupada this life. Same way with my wife. My wife has saved me time and time and time again. I cannot give that up. I cannot leave. No matter what the situation. This life, I owe to Prabhupada and my wife. This life. Is that all right? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. So the final verse, which is one of the most important verses of Bhagavad Gita, this final verse. A person who accepts the path of devotional service, that's us, right? Have we all accepted the path of devotional service? A person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, or performing austere sacrifices, or giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. In other words, all these other benefits you'll get by doing devotional service. Think about it. How do we study the Vedas, Rama? How do we study the Vedas? By reading Bhagavad Gita. You know the Gita Mahatmyam. Gita is known as Gitopanishad. And Shankaracharya says, all the Vedas, all the Upanishads are in Bhagavad Gita. One book. You just have to read one book. Bhagavad Gita. You've been reading Bhagavad Gita your whole life, right? 60, 70 years, right? Are you happy with Bhagavad Gita? Right? You can hear Bhagavad Gita every day and you don't get tired, right? Don't get tired. Right? So, devotional service, you'll get the result of studying the Vedas. Performing severe austerities, yes. Don't we follow Ekadasi? Ekadasi is the best austerity. Yes. So powerful. By executing Ekadasi, sinful activities are shredded. You know, you have a shredder for all your receipts and I have a shredder, right? You put the paper in, right? So when you practice austerities, all your sinful activities are in the shredder. Okay, giving charity. Krishna Kumar is going to offer boga. He's going to feed us. That's charity. When you offer bhog to Krishna and the prasad is eaten by the devotees, that's topmost charity. Someday he'll have to give away his 2 daughters in marriage. That's also charity. And we bless you that they'll be good boys. No nonsense. Now it's important. Nobody wants to give daughter to some rascal nonsense. Has to be good boy, right? One who was a devotee. Actually, it is stated in the Vedas that if the father gives the daughter to a bad man, the father goes to hell. It's mentioned in the Vedas. But if the father gives the daughter away to a devotee, oh, you're set for lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes. So we got to make sure you marry them to nice devotee boys. Oh, would you stop with this? This guy with his false humility. He loves to play this false, like he's Haridas Thakur or something. I'm not a devotee. Yes. All right. Huh? Good luck. Not so. At that age, I don't know. Anyway, your son married a nice devotee girl, right? So you're taken care of. And your daughter, she married nice boy, right? He's a good boy? Well, then you have to preach to him. You have to preach to him. Huh? Yes, but he's a good boy, right? No hanky-panky. Okay. Right. All right. All right. Are pursuing philosophical, right? When we read Bhagavad Gita, we're discussing philosophy. All night we've been doing that. We're discussing philosophy and fruitive activities. What's the result of fruitive activities? Material happiness. You know. If I look like I'm starving? Huh? Right? Simply by performing devotional service, one attains all these simply by doing devotional service. Prabhupada gives the example. The blacksmith and the goldsmith. The goldsmith uses a little hammer. Tick, 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 right? But the blacksmith uses big hammer. Boom. Right? So, our method, blacksmith. One hammer. Everything taken care of. Sinful activities kicked out. We don't go tick, 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 little, 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 little. No. Take the sledgehammer of bhakti yoga, finish it once and for all. Simply by performing devotional service, one attains all these, and at the end, one reaches the supreme eternal abode. What do we call that supreme eternal abode? Or Vaikuntha, but we're interested in Krishna, so therefore, Goloka Vrindavan. Everybody chant the Maha Mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, before